2-bit data
ที่อยู่ไหนวะ
if rate is better
ที่อยู่ไหนวะ
บนมาบนสุด
I got 32 bits oh, somebody told me it should be red it's blue huh?
ตัว
32-bit data we're gonna call this 32 bits instruction so that's 32 bits but rather than call it big 32-bit instruction in general I would say oh some bit I'm gonna call it RT RD some bit I'm gonna call it RT some bit I'm gonna call it RS or some bit I'm gonna call it immediate 16 to make it easier just like that so this is the first step up there first step up there we call this step the fetch basically use PC as an address to the memory you get the instruction now we got the instruction what if you the first the add instruction say we want resolve from we want to add RRS with RRT write the result back to RRD so our register is like this we got bus A and bus B we got what RA RB and RW like this and the data back in
หลอกแก
where they call this one bus W okay this one is good bus A okay. Instructions say we want RRS plus RRT so to get RRS here I have to put RS at the RA right so I get result from register R that indexed by RS at the bus A นี้ทันไหม To get RT what do I have to do I have to put RT over here when I put RT over here I would get RT right here in bus B now what add them together so I got ALU that basically can do add subtract and OR where in reality you're gonna have ALU operation to say what operation you want it to do but let's skip that for now say oh ALU can do both can do either add subtract or OR now we got the result that we want RS plus RRT what should we do with the result write it back to what RRD so to write back to RRD you have to put RD here so this gonna enable RD register for writing the data back to and you connect this one back to bus W which basically say please write the result back to register that point by RD. Now we got the add instruction. Okay, let's move on to the subtract instruction. Subtract instruction. Well, subtract instruction say what? We want to subtract which one? RRS. With what? RRT. We already connect that to ALU, so if we enable ALU for subtract, we got the result right here. And then write the result back to which one? RRD. We already connect RRD right here. So it just works, just have to change the ALU operation from add to subtract. So the same data part work for both instruction add and subtract. Okay, Now we got the first two instructions. Let's try the next instruction, which is all. The all instructions say we want RRS all with zero extent immediate. We don't have zero extent immediate yet. So what do we need? We need extender. Yeah, extender. That the input of it gonna be the immediate 16-bit. 16-bit. The extender gonna give you 32-bit. Right, zero extent or sign extent. In this case, it's gonna be zero extent. Now we want RRS to all with this result, but we also want to make sure that the add and subtract instruction that we worked with before gonna work. So to make sure the previous add and subtract instructions still work means we somehow have to be able to connect the bus B to ALU. To make that happen, we use the component that we call multiplexer. Multiplexer. Say, okay, we're gonna select one of this, but only one at a time. So if we want to do the add instruction, we're gonna connect it with the RT. If we want to do the all instruction, we're gonna connect it with the zero extender 16-bit, immediate 16-bit. Now if we ask the ALU to do the OR operation for you, we got the result that we want right here. We have to write it back, but wait, rather than write back to RB, this instruction say, no, you have to write back to RT. Right? All instructions say write back to RT. Somehow to make it write back to RT, you have to put RT right here. But if you put RT right here, will the add and subtract instructions still work?
No.
No. So, what to do? We add a multiplexer again and ask it to choose between RD and RT. See? So you just have to add and modify the data part bit by bit until you get the complete data part. We work with every instruction. Okay, now we're done with the first three instructions. Let's try the load instruction. Load instruction. How would it work? Load instruction. Load instructions say we want RRS to add with the sign extend immediate 16-bit. Okay, we got RRS. That's what we want. What else do we want? Sign extend immediate 16-bit. Well, if you happen to have one extender that have the extender operation allow you to do either sign extend or zero extend, you can just use the same extender. But if you got two completely extender, one for sign extender, one for zero extender, then you might need another multiplexer here. But in this case, the example said we got one extender that can do both. You just have to specify it to do either zero extend or sign extend with this signal extender operation. So we just got RRS and the sign extend 16-bit that we just want. If we ask the ALU to do the add instruction, we got the address that we want. Yeah, good morning. It's still morning, right? Before noon, right? Now we got the address. What next? use that as an address to our memory. So actually this memory and that memory should be the same, but rather than write back over there, that's going to be a pretty long way. So I just draw a memory here. Let's say this is going to be the address. But wait, that old instruction that we worked with previously, that's still going to have to work. So I mean we still need this line back, right? Now what? The load instructions say result from the memory should write back to RRT. To write back means we somehow have to connect this back. So now we got two possible lines that would connect back to bus W. One from the ALU itself, another one from the memory. So we introduce another multiplexer so that we can select what to connect. Right back to which one? RT. It still works. If we select this multiplexer to connect RT, that still works. So now we just done with the load instruction. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. Store instruction. How does it work? It say now we use RRS plus the sign extend 16-bit as an address of the memory, but rather than read data from the memory, we want to write the data back to the memory. If you take a look carefully, the RRS plus the sign extend 16-bit just work right here, because it's basically the same as that of the load instruction. So we got the address that we want. We already connect the address to the memory, right? Because we did that with the load instruction. Now what do we want? We want RRT to be able to connect to the data in of the memory. We got RRT right here, right, at the bus B. So somehow you just want to connect it back here. Now we just work with the branch instruction. Sorry, store instruction. Okay, you good? Last one, BEQ, branch is equal. Now we got RRS and RRT. Yes, we got it at bus A and bus B. Somehow you want to make sure whether they are equal or not. There are several ways to do it. In your slide, they're going to introduce a new component, comparator. And they just connect these two lines and see if it's equal or not. That's the one that's shown in your slide. But in reality, most of the time, you just ask the ALU to do the subtract for you and see whether it's equal to 0 or not. Most of you would do this. Ask the ALU to do the subtract and see whether the result is equal to 0 or not. If it's equal to 0 means they are equal. So it's basically the same thing, but your slide choose to do it this way. Use a comparator. Okay, so we're gonna leave the comparison part right here. Now we're gonna have to work with PC. Well, if you take a look at the right hand side, you would see that normally we're gonna do PC equal PC plus 4. I didn't do that yet because if you want to do PC plus 4, this is what happened. You need an adder. And you have to plus 4. Right here, that's PC plus 4. And write the result back here. Right, that's PC equal PC plus 4. But in our case, we want to do either PC equal PC plus 4 or PC equal PC plus the sign extent. Do we got PC with this, the sign extent immediate? Yes, we got it here. So in reality, you would want to use another adder here to make it PC plus 4 plus the sign extent, something like that. So actually, there's a little trick to this. Why? Because, let me erase it a little bit so we got more space. Okay. I think this back. Okay. Do you know adder? Adder. Well, if you know adder, you would know that normally adder would have something we call carry in and something we call carry out.ใครรู้จักวงจรบวกเลขฮะมันมีตัวทดเข้าตัวทดออก Normally adder would have carry in and carry out, right? And in our case, if you want to do PC plus 4, means I can just leave the last 2 bits and do the plus 1, right? หรือว่าถ้าผมบอกผมบวก 4 ผมตัด 2 บิตหลังทิ้งแล้วผมบวก 1 ให้ผลเหมือนกันไหมเลขหาร2นะมันคือคูณ 2 คูณ 4 ถูกปะล่ะ right since this is binary I can just leave the last 2 bits and plus 1 so I would do it this way I would on one hand I would put PC and carry in I would just put 1 that's going to equal PC plus 4 right and leave the last 2 bits untouched. Right? And when I want PC plus 4, I just make sure that this is going to be 0. When I want PC plus 4 plus the immediate, I would connect this one up here. We already learned that if you want to connect 2 things to one line, you can use multiplexer. So I would just put multiplexer up here. With this or 0. So that's going to be PC plus 4 or PC plus the immediate 16-bit plus 4. That's it? Yes, please. Use what? Oh, the condition gonna be it's equal or not. If it's equal, you choose this. If it's not equal, you choose this. We're gonna learn how to connect that signal to this one in the control unit, which is after this. This is just the data part, how the wiring work, without touching the control. Without touching the control, this is also the control. That's why I say this is the control. This is the control that we have to think about. This is the control that we have to think about. Just leave it for now. Just make sure you understand the data part first. We will get to that, yes. Okay? Once again, if I give you something similar to this, maybe it may not be the same. In your examination, will you be able to give me this? In a sense, I just show you pretty straightforward. But of course, you have to understand the component and wire them together, connect them together to make sure that this is the working data part for these instructions. Okay? We good? Okay,